Do you think you know everything there is to know about U.S. elections? You've seen the campaigns, heard the debates, and maybe even cast your vote. But what if I told you there are secrets hidden in plain sight that could change everything you think you know about the U.S. election process? Facts that are so jaw-dropping they'll make you question everything you thought you knew. Stay tuned, because in the next 10 minutes, you're going to discover 7 mind-blowing facts about U.S. elections that will leave you speechless. And trust me, you don't want to miss a single one of these shocking truths. If you love learning hidden facts and unraveling mysteries, then hit that subscribe button and ring the bell right now. You'll get more fascinating and mind-bending facts that will keep you on the edge of your seat. Ready to dive into the unknown? Let's go. Alright, let's start with a huge one. Did you know that the US president isn't actually elected by the popular vote? Shocking, right? While the media tells us who's winning based on votes, the Electoral College holds the real power. It's a system that's been in place since the 18th century. But do you really understand it? Let me break it down for you. In the 2016 election, for instance, Hillary Clinton won the popular vote, but Donald Trump won the Electoral College and became president. That's a real-world example of how the system works, and trust me, it's one of the most mind-bending facts about U.S. elections. Crazy, right? Imagine getting more votes, but still losing the race. So what's your take on the Electoral College? Do you think it's fair? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Okay, here's another one that'll make your head spin. The longest presidential campaign in U.S. history lasted over 2 years. And no, I'm not talking about a political reality TV show. This is the 2016 election, which kicked off with candidates announcing their bids in 2015. So imagine that. 2 full years of debates, rallies, ads, and the public constantly being bombarded with campaign messages. I don't know about you, but that sounds like a long time to be hearing political ads. Am I right? I mean, by the time the election actually came around, we were all probably ready to vote just so we could get a break from the constant ads and emails. But seriously, just think about that. 2 years of campaigning for a job that lasts only 4. Wild, right? Here's a fact that might just make you rethink the importance of your vote. U.S. elections have been decided by just one vote. That's right, one person's decision, one vote, can make or break an entire election. There's actually a famous case from 1845 where a New Hampshire state election was determined by a single vote. Imagine how many elections in history could have turned out differently if just one more person showed up to vote. Your vote matters more than you might think. This next one is definitely going to make you pause. In several states, felons are still not allowed to vote. Even after they've served their sentences and rejoined society, they are legally barred from voting. And the craziest part, this doesn't just affect a few people, it's millions of potential voters who are still disenfranchised. In fact, in some states, as many as 1 in 5 black citizens can't vote because of felony convictions. Think about that. If you're eligible to vote, you're part of a privileged minority who has the right to decide the future. So, how do you feel about that? Let me know in the comments. Okay, this next fact is wild. There have been presidential elections in the United States that were completely uncontested. Yes, you heard that right, uncontested. In these elections, one candidate ran unopposed and they were automatically elected. Can you imagine that happening today? No debates, no campaign ads, just one person showing up and being declared the winner. One such example, James Monroe in 1820. He ran completely unchallenged and was re-elected to the presidency. A far cry from the heated battles we see today. Hey, who wouldn't want a stress-free election season, right? Just kidding. Competition makes it interesting. Now, this next one is really going to send chills down your spine. Foreign countries have tried to influence U.S. elections. And we're not just talking about the 2016 election. This has happened for decades. From misinformation campaigns to actual meddling in voting systems, outside forces have attempted to sway public opinion and change the outcome. It's one of the most dangerous aspects of modern elections and one that threatens the very foundation of democracy itself. Here's the final fact that might surprise you. In the United States, voting is not mandatory. Unlike countries like Australia, where citizens are legally required to vote, in the US it's totally optional. You can choose not to vote without facing any penalties. But here's the catch. If you don't vote, you're missing out on a powerful way to shape your future. And while the voting rate in the US is relatively high, think about how much untapped power we could have if everyone who could vote did vote. Now that you've learned some shocking truths about US elections, let me ask you, how many of these facts surprised you? I want to know what you think. Drop your thoughts in the comments below. And hey, if you learned something new today, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and ring the bell so you never miss out on another deep dive into the world of facts. After all, the world is full of crazy truths, and at Fact Labyrinth, we're here to uncover them one by one. Stay curious and see you in the next video.